If your child has food allergies, then you may be wondering how to keep them safe when you're not with you. Let's say going to daycare, preschool, or even grade school. In this episode, I'm going to focus on allergy alert bracelets and how they can help your child. I'm going to tell you that you will probably learn a few things that you've never thought of. So let's get to it. Hey food allergy mama. If you're here, you've likely experienced the scary and lonely food allergy diagnosis with your child. Unfortunately, food allergy parents aren't taught how to navigate the food allergy lifestyle, and it's easy to feel alone and discouraged sometimes. But I'm here to show you that food allergy life doesn't have to feel restrictive, scary, or isolated. I'm Karina, and I'm a 17-year food allergy mom and food allergy coach at Friendly Pantry Consulting. I specialize in making food allergy life safer and less worrisome for food allergy families like yours. I'm not perfect, but over 17 years, I've learned a lot the hard way, and I'm sharing the secrets and resources you won't hear anywhere else that will help you feel confident living with food allergies faster and easier than I did. From introducing allergens, travel, navigating school, and educating friends and family, this podcast will give you the essential tips and strategies you need to help your food allergy child and family thrive. Welcome to the show. If you're listening to this when it drops, it's the start of the school year, and if you haven't already talked to your school about food allergies, you might be worried about your child's safety when you're not there. So I want to just point you to a few podcast episodes about navigating school, because you're going to get a few fresh take on how to keep your child safe and included. I'm going to post a few links to other school episodes in the comments. So if you're listening to this episode, you're probably wondering if you should get your child an allergy alert bracelet. So I want to give you a few reasons why I think they're actually really important. And number one is that they give parents peace of mind. So for me, knowing that my daughter's allergy condition is easy to find so emergency responders can quickly treat it with epinephrine helps me to feel confident that she's going to be safe so I can allow her to enjoy everyday activities. And not only that, but when my daughter was younger, I was nervous about whether she ever got separated from me, because what would happen if somebody found her and they couldn't find me right away, and so they decided to give her a snack. I wanted people to know about her allergies so they wouldn't give her a snack, and I also wanted them to be able to contact me as soon as possible. And this is all made easier with an allergy alert bracelet. We traveled a lot when my daughter was younger, and we still do. And I wanted to make sure that if we ever got separated in the airport or there was an emergency and I wasn't around, if there was kind strangers, they were going to know exactly how to get a hold of me and not to feed her allergens. Not only for travel, like let's say you're in a store somewhere, you're shopping and you lose track of your child, which happens to so many people. I mean, hopefully this is not going to happen, but if it did, you would know that somebody was going to be able to see their allergies and know how to take care of them if needed until you were able to find them again. So now that we know why they're so important, let's talk a little bit about how they work. So allergy alert bracelets and necklaces are well known so that if a medical emergency happens, caregivers, teachers, adults, healthcare workers are able to look at the tag and know that the child has a medical condition and exactly what it is. This is why it's important that the bracelet you choose has a well-known medical symbol on the front. So that's the one with the two snakes winding around the winged pole, I think it is. But not all bracelets have this. And I guess it's not to say that people aren't going to look at another bracelet, but they may not register that it's as important. So if you choose a bracelet without that medical symbol, you may want to keep this in mind. And in the case of food allergies, time is so precious if an anaphylactic reaction was happening. So if your kiddo is wearing a bracelet and they aren't able to speak, the bracelet or jewelry shows those caretakers exactly what might be happening so they don't have to search for medical records or find someone to ask. I personally believe that kids should start wearing medical alert bracelets as soon as possible. Now, of course, you're going to want to take into account choking hazards and whether it's appropriate for your child, or get a bracelet that is not going to be a choking hazard. But the sooner they get used to it, the faster it's going to become become a habit. And I do believe that it's good to start when they're young so they're used to it and they're ready for it, because I'm going to be honest here, when they become tweens and teens, they are less likely to want to stand out from their friends. And this is something that we've encountered more recently in high school, that my daughter just does not want to wear it anymore, even though we had a great habit. So it worked all the way up until, I would say, 9th grade. And now it's definitely harder because she doesn't want to stand out from her friends. But if you can start early and keep it going as long as possible, I think it can be so helpful for your child. Okay, so now you might be wondering, what do you put on an allergy alert bracelet? And they're limited in size, so it's important to get the most important details on that small space. And here's what we would put on my daughter's bracelet. We always put her full name. And now though, some are saying that having their name might not be the best idea for other safety reasons. So I think it's probably okay to take it off as long as they have an adult contact number on there, but you'll have to make that decision for yourself. The second thing we put on is the actual allergies. So for us, it was peanuts and tree nuts. The third thing you want to put on is other medical conditions such as asthma. Now remember that there's studies that show that having asthma may make anaphylactic reactions worse, especially uncontrolled asthma. Because of this, I wanted to show healthcare workers that she had asthma too, so that they can act appropriately. Also, if she was to have an asthma attack, this is important for them to know as well. Number 4 are the emergency phone numbers, and we put both my number and my husband's. But if the room doesn't allow it, you can just choose one. And we just put mom or dad because our names are longer and this was shorter, so you could fit it in that small space. The last thing you want to put on, if you can, is where the epinephrine is. So if they're wearing it in a place that might not be easy to find, for example, some boys wear the epinephrine on their leg, and just put a note that says epi on left leg, or epi in bag, or on person, and make sure that that's where it is so that they can find it easily and use it. What do you think? Will you be getting an allergy alert bracelet for your child? If you're wondering where to get them, I'm going to post links into the show notes with some of our favorite ones. You're going to find a range of types and colors from waterproof silicone ones to stretchy ones to ones that older kids like to wear a little bit more. Check them out in the show notes. I will post a link to those. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with another food allergy mom. They're going to thank you, and so will I. Thanks for listening, and bye for now. Before you go, Mama, if you love this episode and want deeper support, head over to friendlypantry.com to see how we can partner together to keep your food allergy child safer and worry less. There's no need for wasting time searching all over Instagram, TikTok, and the web to get the practical knowledge you need for your family. While you're there, grab your free Food Allergy Kids Empowerment Guide or the newly diagnosed checklist today. Topics are not medical advice and are the opinions, views, and property of Friendly Pantry Consulting Incorporated. All rights reserved. Always contact your board-certified allergist, immunologist for health advice.